In this video, I am going to explain the differences between self-concept and self-love. These terms are being used interchangeably in the manifestation community, but people who do that miss out on some very important details regarding manifestation, and understanding the differences will help you understand when you need which one and improve your manifestation game overall. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how they are different, what they have to do with the law of assumption, so that you have a better chance to understand when you need to do which one. Because every manifestation can be different. I always say that manifestations are not different just from person to person. Your own manifestations can be different. You might need different things, different processes to do when you are manifesting your SP compared to when you are manifesting weight loss or a car or whatever else. So this video is going to clarify the terms self-concept and self-love for you. Before I do that, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, help me spread the message, and especially if you are into manifesting and you like manifesting simplified, kept simple. Actually, it is already simple, but kept simple, practical, so that you can apply it to your own manifestations, and please share it with anyone whom you think might benefit from it. So first of all, I am not one of those people who like to use different terms, difficult terms, in order to sound like I know a lot more. I am, on the contrary, trying to simplify manifestations, simplify the terms, and mostly I explain that a lot of terms that are being used mean the same thing. So when you hear different coaches use different terms, it sounds like they are saying different things. But actually, when you understand how manifestation works, you figure out that they are all saying the same things with different words. But this is not going to be one of those videos where I use a different term to say something that has been said before. But I am also not trying to give you more terms. But it is important to understand what self-concept is, what self-love is, because just like I said in the beginning of the video, these are different things. Self-concept is a term that I know in manifestation. I know it from Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard rarely ever uses anything related to self-love. From all the books and lectures I have read from Neville Goddard, I remember one single sentence in, I think, one of his lectures where he said, "Oh, don't even wonder if you're worthy of your desire. Of course you are." And then he goes on to talk about the techniques and stuff like that. So if one of you avid Neville readers remembers anything specifically that he said about self-love that wasn't self-concept, please let me know in the comments. I'm very interested in knowing that and reading what he says about it, but I have not come across anything related to self-love. But I think it's probably because he, not that it wasn't important or wasn't such a big of a deal, but from when you read Neville Goddard, it sounds like you already have done the self-love part. Of course, you love yourself, etc., etc. So he never really talks about self-love. Self-concept, on the contrary, is always a topic with him in all his lectures, all his books. And the difference is that self-love is, it sounds easy. It's how you love yourself. It's how you respect yourself, what you think you're worthy of. It's more of a self-love, self-worth thing. This is how people use the concept self-concept also. But self-love is for me a part of self-concept, in the sense that when when you are feeling not worthy of whatever you desire, and you don't love yourself, you don't respect yourself, and you don't feel you're good enough, you're worthy, etc., that is a whole bunch of limiting beliefs that sort of makes your manifestations a bit more, forgive me for the world, but for the word, but difficult. Because when you come from a place of being unworthy and not loving yourself, can make it complicated for your mind to comprehend then how is it that you have your desire. You can still manifest anything from that state. The problem I have with that is that your limited beliefs about yourself are going to come up at some point. Many of the clients that I have coached, especially those who have manifested SP, relationship related stuff, all their problem, maybe not all, but almost all, probably 95% of the stuff they were dealing with had to do with exactly that, self-love. I don't feel loved, I don't feel worthy, I don't feel I could have what I desire, because why would I? They struggled, some of them, to love themselves and see how they are worthy. When you work on that and get that on a different level, that is mostly what people call self-concept. That you love and you respect yourself, you know you're worthy, etc. That's self-love. We are still talking about the self-love part. But when you improve that part, when you change those limiting beliefs, you get yourself on a completely different level. And from that place, starting to manifest, for example, a relationship, or better finances, or better health, or better whatever, starting from a place that says, I love myself, I know I'm worthy, and I can have anything I desire, and anything of that sort, is a completely different place to be, compared to I am not good enough, I don't feel good enough, I don't feel worthy, and all that. You work with this the same way you manifest anything else. It's assumptions, it's imagination, it's repeated stories that then become your reality, that then re-impress on your subconscious, and at some point it becomes on autopilot. This is a process that you need to work with, depending the way you work with it really depends on your own limiting beliefs, on your own story, your personality, etc. Now, how is that different from self-concept, and how does Neville Goddard uses the term self-concept in manifestation? Self-concept is not only self-worth, in the sense that how you think of yourself, how you love yourself, what you think about yourself, but it's also how you think of yourself and how you view yourself in relation to what you are manifesting. So self-concept is a bigger and more global thing than self-love is, because self-concept is very important also when you manifest an object, for example, a car or a pair of shoes, or whatever you manifest. And the way Neville Goddard uses the term self-concept is, whatever you're manifesting, let's say you're manifesting a relationship, how do you view yourself in relation to that person or that relationship? A lot of times during my coaching sessions, I have, especially when people complain that this is not working, the person is still behaving this way, and nothing is happening in the 3D, etc. One of the questions that I ask is, for example, if it's a woman, I ask them, do you feel or do you view yourself as this person's girlfriend or wife or whatever they're manifesting? And that's where that's where it clicks. That is self-concept. Because Neville Goddard always says you need to become the person. And this is how self-concept is that thing, which means that, that was a weird formulation, by the way, that you are changing yourself. When Neville Goddard says, again, oh God, I keep saying Neville Goddard, but it's his concept, and I have learned it from him. So again, thank God for Neville Goddard. No one should to change but self, even when you are manifesting a cup of coffee, because when you understand that you are not manifesting a cup of coffee or the car or the person or the weight loss or whatever else, you are manifesting being the person who has that. That is self-concept. When you are manifesting a car, you need to become the person who already has the car. It's not the car coming into you, it's you becoming the person who owns the car. And that opens a lot of doors for you as a manifester, and also for those of you, and I know there are many, many people out there manifesting relationships. Who are you being in your mind? In your mind, not in the 3D. Manifestation has nothing to do with 3D. It's all in your imagination. In your imagination, who are you being with that person? Are you still being the person you are in the 3D? Or are you being the person that you would be in the 3D if you were in the relationship that you are manifesting? If you are manifesting more money, are you being the person still in your imagination that has the money? And those of you who are playing around with feelings, feeling it real, feeling like you have it, thinking about being the person, how you would be that person, is also an easier way to get to the feeling state. This is self-concept, and it is not necessarily self-love, because you can manifest a car without really loving yourself, to be honest. But self-concept in that case is necessary, because you need to be the owner of the car in order to have the car in the 3D. I hope this makes sense. Please let me know in the comments if I am creating confusion or if you're having more questions about this. I would love to clarify and answer your questions, so please let me know. So these are the differences between self-love and self-concept. And I always think that it is very important to improve the part of your self-concept which has to do with self-love and self-respect and your worthiness, your feeling of worthiness, because first of all, it's just a happier place to be. It gives you more confidence. And second of all, it helps you manifest other things from a better place. A lot of times when I have been coaching clients to manifest whatever, I have started with self-love. The part of self-concept which is self-love, which says I am loved, I love myself, I am worthy, I can have this. And it's not because you have to earn all that. You are worthy because you are. And learning to love yourself can be a skill to develop in the beginning, because if you haven't learned to love yourself, this may be something that you don't even know what means and how it's done and how it feels, but it can be done. And when you get to the place where you love yourself genuinely, you respect yourself, you know you're worthy, you know you're good enough, not just good enough, but much more than that, and you start manifesting money or relationships from that place, that changes the whole game. And that is why I am so much for, again, self-concept in that sense. Self-concept in the sense of how you love yourself. Well, that's self-love. Again, see what I did? Self-love. And then self-concept is both self-love and respect and worthiness and all that. And also if you are being the person that you would be if you already had your specific manifestation. So if you are being, in your imagination, the wife or the husband or the partner of the person that you are imagining, or if you are in your imagination being the wealthy person who has all the money that you are manifesting, or if you are being the healthy, the strong, the physically active person that you are manifesting to become, that is self-concept. So please let me know in the comments if this was clear, and if the distinction was clear, and if you understood how to use both. If in doubt, always go with the self-love. You deserve all the love, all the self-love, all the good things that you can think of. And you know what? Maybe take this as a challenge. The more you work on your self-concept and the more you work on your self-love, and you discover how lovable and wonderful you actually are, you are going to, as you work on it, you are going to discover that you are actually capable of loving yourself more than you thought, and that you are worthy of more than you could ever imagine. So this really opens a lot of doors. So work on your self-love. Love yourself. Learn to love yourself. You do it, again, through manifestation. You do it through affirming and imagining, and just like you manifest anything else. And self-concept is both that is also self-concept, but it's also being the owner of the things that you are manifesting and being the partner of your partner that you are manifesting, being the person in the body that you are manifesting, and anything else. Being the person that received that free cup of coffee. Being the person, not manifesting the coffee. So I'm going to stop here, because if I keep talking, I will keep talking. Comment down below if you have any questions about this, and I really hope to have clarified some things regarding self-concept and self-love for you. I am probably going to talk about self-concept a lot more in future videos, so make sure to subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video.